Hey everybody, I just was hopping on. I don't know why I always get the urge, the calling to record or upload videos while I'm driving, but we'll just take it for what it is and just go with it. So so I was watching something this morning and something just hit me as far as something resonated with what was said. Because, I in my first video, I spoke about gaslighting and gang stalking and dissociation, things of that nature. And something was said about, don't gaslight yourself. And I think that, I've never really thought about it that way before. But, I think that there is some truth to that as far as, once we are put into or we enter a state of fear or heightened, just heightened that level of fight or flight response, I think that it does put us in a situation where it is easy then to look at everything around us and see things not that aren't there. I don't want to say that they're not there, because they are, but to see things from an angle or a perspective of that fear. So what may be just innocent or not intentionally malicious would then come off, or we would perceive it as being malicious. So perception is very key to, and mindset, the frame of mind with which we are viewing things is key on our perception. So where you may be in that, you might be looking for or expecting to be made fun of or ostracized from others, then everything will filter through your lens as coming from that place of maliciousness, even if the intent of the deliverer or the person who is speaking or that you're interacting with, there was no malicious intent. The intent was very innocent. So, and I think that what we consume media-wise, like what we consume via social media, via YouTube, all of these platforms that are available now with the technology that we have at our fingertips, I think that then puts us in the state of mind with which we receive. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but so I think it's very important to filter the things that we watch or the things that we consume, filter it through a very specific filter that we just need to really discern what it is that we are watching and listening to, because some things will automatically elicit fear within us, and it's different for everybody. I think that it is dependent upon your experience in childhood. I think it's dependent upon current day situations, but I think that a lot of that is shaped in our childhood. So those of us with different traumas or experiences in childhood need to filter differently than others. So so that's kind of, I think that the place of fear with which I perceived a lot of things from made me only pick out or only receive things maliciously. So whereas I don't think they all were intended to be malicious. And I know for a fact there were times that I took things in a way that was not accurate, that it wasn't actually the way that the situation, a normal person, whatever normal is, that they would have perceived said situation. And it was only because of my experiences that made me filter the information that way. And, you know, if you call it suspicion, paranoia, you know, whatever it is, just negative filter, negative outlook on people, humans. And I know, you know, humans are not all bad. And I know that all people don't have negative intentions. Some do. And I know for a fact that that was the intent on many occasions. I'm going to say some occasions. I won't say many, because it was many in my experience. But I'm not going to say the majority, because my filter is distorted. My lens is distorted. It is not the same as it would have been had I not been through the experiences that I went through. And I will say that some of my experiences were self-inflicted. Like, I made bad choices, and those choices led me to situations that were scary, or that put me in a heightened sense of fear or paranoia, because that's what the situation required to survive. And that's just what it was. But I was in those situations because I had chosen to be there. You know, sometimes I didn't have all the information that was needed to make a solid decision. You know, there are times where people did not come forth with all the information for the specific reason of leading me into something that I would do, something that I wouldn't normally have done. I wouldn't have chosen to do. But the people that I was surrounding myself with, they, you know, I served a purpose. Like, they needed me to do the dumb shit that they didn't want to put themselves in that situation and get in trouble. So they were willing to sacrifice me, and they knew that I wasn't going to ask questions, and that I'm loyal, and that once I said okay or agreed to do something, that I wouldn't back out of that, because you know, my word is my bond. And that is, well, you know, that's a place I've always come from, is that loyalty is top. And that has not always served me well. That is actually, really, in most instances, it has been to my detriment. But that's only because I had chosen to put myself around the type of people who did not care about my well-being. And they didn't look past their needs of me, you know, their needs as far as I was concerned. Whatever their end goal was, whatever it is they needed me to do, you know, whatever they had to say or not say to get me in that situation is what would happen. That's what they would do. And whether maliciously or, you know, consciously or not, that is just the way it is. And looking back, I can clearly see that, you know, I was very much at fault for not asking more questions, and not maybe, because it's hard, because I don't think like maliciously, you know, I don't case a place out when I'm there to see what they have, because I'm going to come back and steal their stuff, you know, or you know, I don't think like that. I don't think about like, I'm going to take money from someone, you know, so my mind did not work in that way. So it was hard for me to foresee these things happening, even though after the fact I'm like, God, I should have saw that coming. Like, what was I thinking? That was a terrible choice, and I should have walked that. I should have played that tape to the end, because had I done that, I would have been more aware of the intentions and maybe the final, what exactly was the motive? Why are they asking me to do these things or go places or whatever? So if I would have, you know, viewed it through the lens of a person who had not been through trauma. And a lot of times it was, you don't ask because I'm just thankful that they would want to hang out with me. It's thankful. I'm so happy that, they are my friends. And so just for that need of external validation, just out of that very place, that human place of desiring human connection and validation from others, and not being fulfilled and content with who I am, no matter what, because I am not for everyone. I am absolutely not for everybody, and I do not want to be. Like, I would not want to be for I want to only be for a specific subset of people, because I am very much different and unique and weird, or like there's lots of negative labels that I've been coined. Weird is one that I used to always I would shy away from, but now I'm like, yeah, I'm weird, and what? Like, I wouldn't want to be normal or not weird like you, so then I'd be like everybody else. I don't want to be basic. Like, I'm glad that I'm different, and my differences, my uniqueness is me. That's what makes me special and makes me important, to the ones that know me and get me. So don't ever feel that you don't have a tribe, because you do, and I haven't found my tribe yet. I'm still looking. I have a very few, like one hand, this many, maybe 5, people that I know get me on a level that many others do not. So, I still search for my tribe, and I still get hurt, and I still want that external validation sometimes, but I am way more content with not having it from everybody, and just going within and really trying to figure out what it is that my soul wants, and desires, and what is right for me, not based off of what everybody else thinks or believes, because I don't want to live the same life as everybody else is living. I want to be different. I want to make the rest of my life different than the first 40 some years. Like, I don't want to live the same way that I have, because it has been very lonely, very traumatic, and some of it at my own doing. It has put me in situations and places that I do not wish anybody to be in. I don't ever want to be there again, certainly. So I'm making it different. I am making it different, and part of that is filtering the things that I allow into my energy field, into my space, into my mind, and don't gaslight yourself. Do not gaslight yourself. Noted, because a lot of times, like some of my experiences have been, made up, or not made up, but just, if you come from that place of fear, then everything is scary. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you view the world from a place of fear, everything is going to look scary. Shift your perception, like shift the way that you're coming at a situation, the way you're viewing it, and you will change your life. It will change your life. So don't gaslight yourself. And if you feel, this is what I have done the past few years, if somebody shows me that they are not for me, that they do not have my best interest at heart, that they are making decisions selfishly, and they don't have my best, they are not well-intentioned. If they are not well-intentioned, That's fine. It's cool. I'm good. We will part ways. If you don't like me, cool. Go not like me from over there, because I'm not having it. So I do not allow that energy in my energy at all. You ain't got to tell me twice. One time is all it takes. And my cutoff game is strong. It is. So get your cutoff game up to par, and get your discernment on par, and start seeing things for what it is. See situations for what they are. See people for what they want, for their motives. And I'm not talking about a place of fear. I'm saying just clearly through that lens of, is this for me? Is this for me? Are they well-intentioned? It's a yes or no. There's no maybe. Either their actions are showing that they are for you, or they are in alignment with you, or their actions are showing that they are not, and they are not in alignment with you. And you move accordingly, act accordingly, match energy, And a lot of times, any negative energy, I will match that, but I will match it with my detachment. I will match your negativity, and I will raise you by getting the fuck out of your life and making sure you ain't in mine. So just do that. Because if you don't allow access, people will not have access, and they will not be able to fuck with you. They will not be able to affect your mind or your perception or your fear or your happiness or anything. Cut them motherfuckers off. Whoop. Bye. No, we don't got to do that. Ain't nobody got time for that. And just do it. Just fucking choose you. Because somebody, you know what? If this person ain't gonna respect me, if this person they ain't for me, keep it moving. I'm gonna find somebody that is. And it doesn't have to be out of a place of hate or negativity or any type of dislike or disdain. It ain't got to be like that. No disrespect. It's just, I respect myself more. And I will not allow what your agenda or your motives or what you think about me to affect me, because I'm living different. Like, I am not doing that anymore. So don't gaslight yourself. Cut off game strong. Discernment on, get that shit on point. Do you. Don't let anybody else stop you. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Love and light.